Hi, welcome back to the Josh and Josh Show. The Josh Show. Marcus, get out.
Fucking guy. Oh my gosh.
Hey, we're going to talk about hiring, right? Like, I know our podcast is inside our industry, but everybody doesn't matter what industry you're in, everybody's dealing with hiring.
Yeah, there's tons of hiring issues happening right now. That's what I hear from all my other businesses. We're going through it with our business and all the other business owners.
Well, I mean, there's been issues going on for all time. But right now it's like hard to find people for anything. But like just in general, let's talk about pet peeves, right? Like some of my biggest pet peeves have always been there, right? Like it's hard to find qualified candidates. One of my biggest pet peeve is we have an ad up. We want a service electrician with 5 years experience behind a wheel in a truck.
Yeah.
Like that's what we're at. That's what we want. And the resumes I get are I'm a fry cook at the local restaurant, or I bag groceries, or I'm a genealogist.
Not reading through the requirements.
Dude.
Like you have to have certain skill set to do this job, and anybody and everybody, you got to read through these resumes now. Yeah.
Are you paying attention? It's a simple task. Read through. These are the requirements. You already proved to me that you're dumb. Like. You've already proved to me that you're dumb. If you're looking for an apprenticeship or something like that, call. Don't apply for an ad that doesn't fucking relate. Like, it's just a waste of my time. You're wasting my time.
Yeah. Just opening it up and having to look at it. Like, oh, we got 20 candidates. Let me just open up these real quick. Oh, only 3 of them qualify even call to try to get in here for an interview.
Right.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
Years ago when the market was good, we used to put on our ads a reference number. We'd be like, mention this reference number in your reply so we know what you're talking about. Like, it was our way to test, can you follow instructions? Are you able to read a sentence and follow some instructions, right? Because every company needs employees that follow the process or can follow the instruction, can do the job at hand.
Yep.
So if the applications, or if the ad said, hey, mention reference number 77424 when you reply, mention reference number 77424 when you reply. Like, it's just...
Yeah, and we did it with our marketing. When we were looking for marketing people, we did it with the elephant, right?
Oh, no, it was a hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus.
The first one we did was the hippopotamus.
Yeah, the hippopotamus.
One guy I asked to do we asked that, and he was like, go fuck your mom. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, that was uncalled for. Like,
I was like, what?
This guy, obviously not a culture fit anywhere, but like, there were people that were like, that's uncalled for. There's no way I'm going to work for you for free. Like, we had a marketing company, a marketing guy we were hiring, and we were like, hey, send us a video about yourself and use the word hippopotamus. And he was like, go fuck your mom. Like, I'm not doing shit for you.
Like,
okay,
what?
well, you applied for the job at my business. Like, by the way, my mom doesn't work here. So,
even at that, like when is that? Like,
it's never appropriate.
Yeah, it's never appropriate. Like,
but I also had other candidates who were like, well, that's my work and this time. Are you going to pay me for that time? No, I'm not going to pay you for that time. There was a time where I needed a job, and it was a employer's market, right? Where people weren't hiring, and I went down and I knocked on doors. I talked to whoever I could talk to, and I said, I'll work for you for free. If you don't like it, you don't have to pay me. I'll leave.
It's a different mindset, right?
Oh,
it's like,
100%.
How many of our service technician applicants come in and we go, hey, can you take this test real quick? Go, are you going to pay me for that? Are you going to pay me to take this test? Because that's all it was a test for marketing and to test to make sure you could follow instruction by using something out of the box. Right? Like hippopotamus.
And most people that have that mindset that are like, oh, this is something I should get paid for, aren't even good. They're not even good at what they're doing. So there's no fucking way that I'm stealing from you. Like, you're not worth it.
Right. Pet peeves, we got onto a tangent right
there. Pet
there.
peeves. So pet peeves are not following instruction. It's easy. Like, read the ad, apply if you're qualified. If you're not qualified, you're wasting their time. If you're trying to get your foot in or trying to start an opportunity, emailing on an ad that you're not qualified for is not the right way to do it. That's like becoming Facebook friends with somebody you don't know and then hitting them up with the DM going, hey, you think about solar? Like, fuck you. Like, fuck you, man. Like, my face, tangent, my face, I got, 4,000 Facebook friends, 500 of them, which I know, right? Like, the other ones are like network opportunities or part of organizations that I'm part of. So it's like networking. If I post something, they would know, and, that's how I think about it.
Right.
So I've got people that hit me up, and now I just look at, like, I get friend requests. I used to just accept them because I thought networking was one thing. Like, but it's like, you got to be in my network. Like, you got to be in my network. I look at your profile, and I see the profile in the back. It says, oh, I'm a master. I'll get you leads. Like, no, you're fucking gone. Like, stop it. Stop it. Stop trying to sell me in my fucking Facebook DM, you bastards.
That was a tangent.
All right.
All right. Well, what about this? What about this one? The 17-page resume.
Oh, my God.
Yes, I want to know everywhere you worked, a paragraph about it for the last 37 years.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care where you've worked for the last 37 years. Nobody does.
Nobody.
There must be a school of thought that, like, the longer the resume, the better. Like, the bigger the resume, the better, right?
One page.
Right. Like, I can write my business model down on one page. Your resume should fit on a fucking one page, too. And especially the ones that are 10 pages long, and it's only the last 10 years. So it's like, oh, my God. I was looking at one the other day. It was like, I worked here doing this. I worked here doing this. I worked here doing this from 1/1 of 2001 to 2/1 of 2001. And then from here I worked 12/1 of 2020 to 1/1 of 2021. And then the next one was 11/1 2021.
Yeah.
Like, it's one month, 2 months, 1 month, 1 month, 2 months. Just leave the fucking dates off, you moron. Like, nobody's gonna hire nobody even wants to interview somebody that has worked 12 different jobs in the last 12 months.
No.
Because it's not the companies, it's gotta be you at some point.
I just expect you not to be here in a month. If you're at turnover like that, I'm hiring you for a month, and you're probably gonna suck at your job.
Or put the reason on there. Like, write it out. So, I only work at a company every month because... ... Whatever that reason is, maybe you'll have a better chance, but probably not a chance.
Sounds like an excuse.
Probably not a chance.
Me.
I also understand that some places aren't worth working at. They just suck.
Yeah, that's true.
And I see it. I mean, I go into businesses all the time. Like, we were at Einstein Bagels. They look like they hire ex-convicts and people that can't fucking get another job. Give the fucking employee an apron, for fuck's sake. Like, his fucking food all over his shit. He smiles at you. He's missing 17 teeth. And it's not because they've been removed by a dentist. It's because you can see the decay. I understand people have problems and they can't afford a dentist because dentists are expensive. No tangent yet. But there's definitely things that you have to do to better yourself. But like, when you're at a place of business, the last thing you want to do is look at somebody in the face and them smile and you go, oh.
Yeah. Especially where you're eating.
And we're probably going to get shit for this.
Yeah, we are, for sure.
But there are places I don't want to work there. If the sky falls, I don't give a fuck where I need to work. I will work.
Yeah.
I will do whatever it takes to provide for my family.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. It could be cleaning shitters. It could be washing dishes. It could be, no offense to those people out there who are going to get offended with the things I think that are bad. Like, it could be whatever. It could be underwater basket weaving. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to do whatever it takes, but I'm not going to like it. I'm not going to want to stay there. Like, if I was looking for a job and I walked into those are the places that you get these people that are resume after resume. 1 month, 1 month, 1 month, 1 month, 1 month, 1 month, 1 month.
Yeah. And
let's make a new song called 1 month. 1 month, 1 month, 1 month.
And as a business, turnover is expensive. Like, it's
1 month, 1 month, 1 month, 1 month. Get up, come on, get up. Gotta get a new job. It's the first of the month. Get up. That's old school. That's old school.
Hey.
All right.
Turnover is expensive. Turnover is expensive. Retraining people, whatever it is, like, and nobody wants to try to find new people. Hiring is it's tough. It sucks. Right? Having to do interviews after interviews, which is my biggest pet peeve, is fucking interviews. Because we schedule 6 of them or 8 of them, and you get 2 people in the door, and one of them's late.
Right.
So that's my biggest pet peeve.
Well, it is. Hiring is tough, but if you spend more time hiring the right person for the right culture, for the right fit, then it doesn't cost us. Turnover doesn't cost as much.
Yeah.
Right. Your turnover costs so much because you see all these other companies that look horrible to work for, like, and you hear from your friends or you hear from colleagues like these places suck, like, which is fine. Like that shit happens. So you have good candidates out there that, right? So we get resumes that are like, hey, these are spot on. Like for me, for me, a good resume is like, hey, this is my name. This is what part of the valley I live in. If we have a service guy that lives in a place we don't have, that's shorter dispatch times. You know, like there are things that we think about that are relative to that. And then tell me where you worked the last 3 years. And if it's one place, just put one place. Maybe even 5 years, 3 to 5 years, right? Like one place. If your thing says a bunch of months or whatever, just leave the months off. You're never gonna lie. You're never gonna get a fucking you're never gonna get invited if you don't, right?
Yep. Experience, qualifications.
Not necessarily lie, but market yourself. Kind of put description of what you did there. Yeah. Like, I get resumes all the time while I work at, down the road electric, for 5 years. And then we were lucky enough to get them in the door. Well, what did you do? Well, I changed light bulbs. I did lighting maintenance. Like
exit signs.
Did you have a car? Well, no, I rode with the journey. Like, let's eliminate some of that stuff. And then, do you have an education? I don't care if you don't have an education. I'm a high school dropout. And I say it all the time. I fucking got my GED and I've, done some things. But did you go to school? Did you go to electrical apprenticeship? Did you have an MBA in business? Do you have, are you QuickBooks certified? Like, and that could be a 4-year apprenticeship at a company in the field with no formal training. Like, what education do you have? Like, that's what and then give me your references. Yep. I shouldn't have to ask for your references.
On the ones that say...
It should just be standard.
Ask for references. Provide references.
References upon request.
Yeah, references upon request.
The minute you say references upon request, that just makes me want to request them. It doesn't make me go, oh, well, they're willing to give references, so they must have good references. Right? It doesn't deter me from asking for references. Right. Like, give them to me. Just give them up front. Like, communicate, right? Communicate. So if we send you a message, reply. If there's been so many interviews I've set up, like we're hiring for a bookkeeper right now, and I send out emails, get responses. Great. And I'll tell you, bookkeepers have it way together compared to certain like field guys. Like I feel like field guys are good with a hammer, but they can't figure out a calendar. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like fuck.
An email.
Right.
Yeah.
Email.
Someone can't figure out an
email.
So
I start a conversation. Right. The first step I start a conversation. Hey, I got your resume for this job that we have. Are you interested in meeting with me? I have a couple times available. Here they are. Yeah. Get responses. Great. I go, okay, great. I'm going to send you an invite for this. Okay, great. Send the invite. Invite's accepted. No call, no show.
All the time?
No call, no show.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, then I get an email afterwards. Some of them, I didn't make it because I got confused. I couldn't find the virtual link. Like, I put the location in the map. Like, right. So these are things that weed out bad candidates. It's not that there's any discrimination going on. It's, hey, you don't understand the programs that we're using. We use Google Calendar. If you don't know how to use Google Calendar, I can't hire you because I don't have the bandwidth to train on something simple. And
that specifically is something that we look for in the people that work here.
100%.
Good communication. If you can't communicate with us right off the bat when we're talking,
part of our team analyzer.
Team analyzer, yeah. So good communication is important no matter where you go, but we specifically ask for it and look for it in the candidates
Right.
that we're. And when you miss, when you can't talk to us right up front, I know shit happens.
Right.
Right? Call me. Let me know. You can't make it today. Can we reschedule some other time? And not when you're supposed to be here.
Right.
If your appointment's at noon to be here, or your meeting with me is at noon, don't call me at noon. Don't call me at 11:45. You knew you weren't coming. Call me that morning.
Let me know so I can move on with my life.
Yeah, I got other things to do.
Right. I mean, and you might not be in the best place for an interview, right? Like, so there are some places. So there are a lot of people looking to move to Arizona.
Right.
So I got a handful of people from out of state, and I even have people going, I'm going to book a ticket to come meet with you because I want a job because I looked you guys up. You look awesome. You look fun. You look real, right? And that's what we try to keep here, real. But I'm like, no, we'll do a virtual. So I've done a handful of virtual meetings. Virtual interviews is great. Some of them, one of them was outside, like walking their dog because this is the only time, and someone was in a trailer because they're on vacation. Like, just show up. If you say you're going to show up, I don't care where you're at. I don't care what you're doing. Like, you make time, make time.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have anywhere else to go with this one, but like resumes, people suck. Like, there are a lot of sucky people out there, but pet peeves on resumes. Comment below what's your pet peeve, and then maybe you put something on your resume that everybody else should know.
Yeah.
Like, we've got some with
Suggestions.
like pictures. Mm-hmm. Like, people put their pictures on. People use colors.
It's almost like a signature.
Right. Yeah. Kind of.
Almost like a signature.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know.
Hey, before we sign off, I got a secret for you. Come here.
Stop it. Stop it.
1 month. 1 month. 1 month. 1 month. 1 month. Boom, 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 boom.